pulling doubles is, everybody kind of freaks out if it's not a big truck, a Class 8 truck, but because obviously in Class 8 trucks, it's extremely common. You see doubles behind 2 axles all the time. So why don't you see it more with Class 3, 4, and 5 trucks? Well, that's a good question. For me, if you're wondering, why are you doing it? Well, because I got a lot of equipment to get out to the field at one time. Fuel's expensive, time's short, and got to get things done. And so it's easier for me to have the truck, the trailer, and the sprayer on a second trailer all in one rig. It's all here. Everything. I got everything. My pumps, chemicals, water, fertilizer, everything is on. So I pull up to the field, I unload, and I can start pumping water and mixing up spray, and I can go get my job done. Not waiting on someone else to bring that trailer with that critter on it with a separate pickup. And then what's that person do when they get here? Nothing. Because it's a one-man job. So you got the whole rig, get everything, one shot, do the job, get in, get out, load back up, head home. So that's the reason why I do it. Now, back to why don't you see it more in Class 3, 4, and 5 commercial trucks? Well, in agriculture, it's actually more common than you think. There's a lot of guys that do it. And now, why? One thing is that, you know, driver issues, obviously, because, yeah, it's not as common. You know, if you have a CDL and you get your doubles endorsement, well, then you're licensed to be able to do it. And so I think when you're Class 3, 4, and 5 guys that maybe don't have air brake endorsements and set up for Class 8 trucks, more than likely probably are not going to have their doubles endorsement. And I have my doubles endorsement. I'm legal. I can do this legally. But, you know, thinking, well, how, you know, what about brakes? What about all these things? You know, Class 8 trucks, they have air brakes. They have all these things. Well, nothing says that you have to have air brakes. I have electric brakes. I have electric brakes on that axle, that axle, that axle, that axle, and that axle. All 5 axles have electric brakes. Works fine. Works good. And I got brakes. I can feel it on all axles. I can feel everything. In gravel, my back trailer, I can get it to slide. So, you know, the trailer brakes work perfectly, just like normal, in a single or a double configuration. And you got your safety chain in place, and you've got, you know, your lights. I have a plug on the back of my trailers that I do this. Everything's plugged in, chain, it's all legal. So you don't see this a lot outside of the ag world. I don't know on the logging, and some of you maybe you guys can comment about the other professions that you're in. Maybe you guys do it more than I realize. But in agriculture, you see it fairly often. And obviously Class 8, get near any freeway and give it 60 seconds. You'll see a 2-axle pulling doubles go blowing by you. And obviously extremely common in Class 8. So this is my setup. This is my rig. This is how I get equipment moved. All the things that I need. This is how I get it done. Well, got all done with my spray job and loaded back up and headed home. And boy, I feel light as a feather. Got rid of 11,000 pounds worth of water, and it's hitting about 20,000 right now. And whew, what a difference! And it sure is nice being able to pull in all your equipment and everything in one shot. And I do it quite often. Actually, another setup I've got is my dump trailer. I've got a 16-foot dump trailer with tandem duals under it, and with a hitch on the back, and I pull a tilt trailer behind that with my Bobcat skid steer loaded on it. And you might think, well, what's the point of doing that? Why not just load the skid steer into the dump trailer? Well, that's a fine setup. That's a lot of guys do that. You see that all the time. It's a fine setup. The catch with that is you got to go to the job site first. You got to go unload the Bobcat and then go pick up your material. If you're hauling dirt, gravel, rock, whatever, you got to go get it. Well, you got to have an empty trailer to be able to go get it. So, or same thing, if you're headed to go pick something up from a job site, well, you got to leave your Bobcat or your skid steer behind and then come back for it after you've gotten unloaded. Where my setup, I've gone straight to the rock quarry, gotten loaded with gravel with the skid steer on the second trailer, and head to the job site, unload the skid steer, drop the trailer real quick, boom, unload with the dump trailer, spread it, hook back up, gone. And one trip. Maximize fuel, maximize time, and why not?